Put your phone down. Put it on silent. Put it over.
Why are you talking to me like this?
Because you're...
This is real marriage, Mila. You got to get ready for this.
Like...
And he's going to tell you to suck his dick next, so just get ready.
Yeah, suck my dick, Mila.
Yeah, get with it, girl. You late. It's already 11.
Yeah, did you do it? I don't think you did any dick sucking today.
Yeah.
It's about to be, it's noon. No dick sucks by noon. I'm going to talk to you about
Desiree, I almost endorsed your diamonds, but with this fucking rhetoric, it's not happening. I don't know
dick sucks by noon, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the American way. We're productive. We got things to do.
Is that a part of the repertoire to be your wife? Dick sucks by noon?
It wasn't, but now.
It is for every man until they come out of the closet.
Right? That's listen to the married woman. The married woman's telling
19 years.
19 years.
Of dick sucking before noon?
Yeah.
Every day.
Well, sometimes he's institutionalized, so I get a break.
Every day?
No.
Okay, I was like,
yeah,
wow, you're committed.
Yesterday I had too much business. I said, get the fuck out.
I don't got time for no dick sucking. I've got to make this money.
Okay.
I got to make this money. No.
But on those 1 to 2 client days, it's gargle, buddy. Gets the dick sucking.
I never knew there was a la like this.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Love Like This, Lovecast. I am the one and only beautiful Orlando Roy. And sitting... Why you look at me like that?
I'm so happy for anyone with self-esteem. I'm just like,
where'd you find that?
Oh my God, look at you.
And sitting next
Today's
to me,
days? Wow.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Sitting next to me is my wife-to-be herself, Milah Mapp. Milah, please say hi to the people.
Hello, people.
And this is the Love Like This Lovecast, the before, during, and after of falling in love. And we have somebody very special here today. She has become one of our best friends in just a short time. Vibrant, exuberant, our jeweler, Diamonds by Desiree. Hello, Desiree. How are you?
Trauma bonds real fast.
Real family. I actually, because I'm the friendliest bitch at any restaurant or bathroom you'll ever meet, I met Desiree at Katsuya at the sushi bar like 2 years ago, I feel like.
Yeah.
And we were just like talking.
Well, we were both doing something special for you were with your brother and I was with my little boy.
Yeah,
so
we were like, they were sitting between us and we are just looking over him. I think I gave him like a diabetes shot at the sushi bar. I was like, listen, I don't know how this works, but we're about to do this right now. Yeah, and then we started talking in the middle of the sushi restaurant, like in people's way. And I almost like forgot, and we followed each other on Instagram. And I told her, I was like, I'm going to get engaged one day.
You did tell me our first time hanging. Yeah,
I was like, I don't know shit about jewelry or rings, but I think I'm going to get married soon. So give me your number.
And I was so happy for you.
And here we are.
And here we are, one step closer to marriage, baby.
Yay.
I'm
just trying not to be a Debbie Downer.
What? Desiree has been married
a long time.
How long have you been married?
18 years. I've been with my husband since I was 19.
Right. You met, I was going to say in like your teens.
Yeah.
And you got married at 19 or?
20. Yeah, within 7 months.
You got married within 7 months?
Yeah, we've had actually 3 marriages.
What do you mean?
We got legally married. We went and lived in Israel for a year. Mm-hmm. So within 7 months, we got legally married at the Beverly Hills Courthouse.
So you could go to Israel?
Yeah, but so we were. Well, we got international travel, like insurance, and there were some things that it just felt safer to be
together,
married, legally, and going overseas for a whole year, and which ended up paying off because we got arrested in Israel, so that it all worked out. We had we live life wild. Okay,
Desiree and her stories. That's one thing about that. She's got stories on stories.
She did stories you wouldn't expect.
Right. Yeah, no. So and then we came back, locked up abroad. We made it back, and then we had our Jewish wedding that year, and then actually because of religious reasons, it's a whole Jewish thing. But then we had a third Orthodox formal wedding because Mike's mom is not Jewish.
Oh, so she's not.
No,
he's not technically Jewish. I mean,
well, he had he was raised like in Calabasas, like the token, like totally nutbag Jewish dad with a mellow, white woman mom, and he was raised Jewy, but like
Like all the Jews in the valley.
Yeah, totally. All the Jews in the valley, they're Jewy.
They're Jewish until they're Jewish on holidays.
Yeah, but they love Christmas.
Yeah, they have Christmas trees.
Yeah, they want to roll with everyone. So then he did an Orthodox conversion before we got married.
Are your parents Orthodox?
No, my parents are hippies. They think they're Native American.
So no,
this was all for me. No,
they think they're Native American.
No, I was raised on with wolves and reservations, and no, my parents are totally on the moon.
But they're Jewish.
Yeah.
And
but halakhically, they're totally. We're Russian Romanian. Okay. My mom is like 4'10", a little matzo ball, and she's so down with the people. Like she's like at the reservation. They raise wolves in Topanga. Like my people are out there.
Well, we got to go to Topanga and see the wolves. What the fuck?
Oh well, now they're in Crestline, so you got to go.
Where's Crestline?
Oh God, hillbilly. San Bernardino Mountain, like under Lake Arrowhead area. Okay. They're right up there.
So
definitely
3
the
weddings.
Jews up in the mountain.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, they're not. Yeah, so we had 3 technical weddings to the same man.
Did you get new rings for each ceremony?
Oh my God, of course. That's I love jewelry. I've always
of course Diamonds by Desiree.
Jewelry.
Also, why would you do it?
Yeah, I mean,
who made you do the Orthodox wedding?
No, totally.
That was just
Mike, before we had our Jewish wedding that year, he was doing like a form of a Mike has always been Jewish, and I did, so it was easy. It was just like a technical thing of studying and just deepening your knowledge because he wasn't raised
super
very
Jewish,
practicing and active. So I got him into it.
Okay.
Actually, when we met, we met at quite the awesome party. And he wanted to take me out on a Friday night, but I was president of Hillel, and I do Shabbat services, so that was the first time he had ever done anything like that.
Okay.
So
he never did Shabbat? Oh, he never went to the service. Okay.
No, nothing. Yeah, and so I invited him to come, and he had a wonderful experience, and
then he wifed you, and then he's like, "Oh, you're a keeper. We're gonna Shabbat it up."
A little bamboozled, but I
thought you were a good Jewish boy. What the fuck?
But he had cocaine. It's up and down. Like if you note to the girls, like the handsome frat boy with the coke, maybe it's just a one night kind of thing. Like I don't know
if you're supposed to have 3 kids and marry him, marry him 3 times.
Yeah, it's like I kind of. Let's say I had a good time, but I don't know.
You don't know if you're supposed to stay forever?
It's been a journey. Yeah, I don't know.
Good time turned to a long time, baby.
This is why you have to love Desiree, because she has the stories you wouldn't expect, getting locked up in Israel, going with frat boys and doing cocaine. I mean, like, who would ever thought this little innocent lady?
Like a wholesome vibe.
Are you wearing stockings?
I am wearing tights. So I went all out for you guys. I put on the hose just for you guys.
Oh, my God.
You guys, it's 87 degrees in LA, and she's wearing pantyhose. I fucking love this woman.
That's how serious I take you guys, okay?
I love all of it.
You gotta have the pantyhose. I got the.
She's got the belt below the knee,
sucked in, formal.
Listen,
I take business very seriously.
I love a woman about her business, but also about her party life. Balance, baby.
I kind of, maybe I have dissociative personality disorder or something, but I definitely have different parts. I have different.
That's everybody, and just people don't lean into the different parts. They starve them.
Some people are just mellow.
That's true. I don't know those people. I mean,
You should join a gym.
I know.
Gyms tend to attract some very mellow.
It's because they're getting all their energy out. I think this is the year I'm gonna stop wasting my money on extracurriculars, and I'm gonna get an expensive gym membership.
I cannot advocate enough for fitness. I'm a fitness nut. I religiously, I work out 6-7 days a week. I've done marathons.
It's because you're married and to someone for 19 years. You've had.
Oh yeah, no, I gotta get in the namaste.
It's the only way.
No, I get up very early in the morning, and I have a whole ritual that involves, praying, journaling. I'm very involved in Al-Anon. I stay busy.
What's Al-Anon?
Al-Anon is the sister program to AA or
right.
Like all my people. I'm around a lot of addiction and mental illness, so I gotta.
That's why you're so sane.
One way to think of it,
Not Al-Anon. I do my prayer. I go to my Al-Anon meetings.
But I'm like, Al-Anon could be for everyone. It's a way of life. It's just a wholesome. It's a way of living in gratitude, positivity,
get a bit closer to the mic.
And also meeting everyone where they are. So many people are struggling and have a situation. It's a way you gotta not take on everyone's suffering and also like loving people and accepting them, but also being like removed.
Loving them for who they are, but if it doesn't work for your environment and your peace and namaste, then keeping them at a distance.
This isn't just like my family. I attract insanity everywhere I go. I mean, I'm literally told off like left and right. I mean, I park like a quarter-inch wrong, and someone's calling me a fucking bitch in front of my kids. Like, these are real life. Like, I just have a sign on my forehead that's like, I can take it. You know, like, dump all your trauma on me.
I'm fine.
Like,
I went to Al-Anon.
I know your wife's got a boyfriend, but you can tell this bitch off. Like, you know, it's just like, damn, yeah, I'm a 12-stepper. You know, it's like, so it's like a good way to energetically.
I mean, it must be true because you energetically attracted me, and
oh, well, thank God I finally attracted someone benefit. Like, thank God I'm like, okay, I've attracted a lot of
questionable people. I know
a lot of diversity.
Where'd you get your ring? This lady I met in the sushi restaurant. We became besties, and then I mean I wholeheartedly though believe in this chapter of my life. I have so many people that I'm around all the time and like so many friends. I'm really like because I care about my friendships and I want to like hang out. I'm like.
Everyone should care about their friendships.
Do I have the capacity to take on a new friend? I'm always like, but if God, like...
Oh, my God, I'm terrified of that, too.
If God puts someone in my life, like, very specifically, and then it happens organically, I assume I'm supposed to know this person. I never, like, underestimate the power of just, like, proximity and, like, if I feel like I need to speak to someone, and I like to speak to everyone, like, hey, this is cute, that's nice. But then I'm like, well, there's probably a reason we're supposed to be friends, even if it doesn't happen now, 15 years from now. Like, there's always a deeper underlying like message you're supposed to give someone they're supposed to receive. So hence my theories are correct because it's 2 years later
real darkness can bring light in a different direction. You really have to like I think that's part of maturing and growing. Sometimes you go through things you're like, whoa, did I really need that? Okay. But I don't know, something magically 5 years later could stem from
whatever
a total horrible occurrence from years past. And if you didn't have those tools or that experience, that growth, you would have never been able to lean into something good and more beneficial.
Like 20 years of marriage.
Yeah. Oh, Mike is my muse, my flame. Mike takes all the credit. No.
I mean, it's true though. Every single thing is so deeply curated. We underestimate like every experience. It always equals up to some shit that you needed to have or know because life is hard.
And now I've just become like a professional black belt of dealing with shit. Like a PhD in chaos. But I do have gratitude. I do have appreciation. You know, my childhood, some stuff. A lot of different things cracking. But honestly, I mean, while we're here talking about business, I mean, my business really has grown from deep sadness and chaos and struggles, financial struggles, emotional struggles, abandonment, trauma, i.e., from these struggles of having a hard family situation. Then I've had real marriage struggles, and I have grown and built something that I love deeply, almost like it's really like my fourth child. I had 3 kids. I feel like I missed the boat on the 4th kid.
Did you want a 4th one?
Oh yeah, I would have had a million kids if Mike and I were functioning at a different level.
I mean, we were just over there last week. You guys seem functioning to me.
We're hanging in there. We're up and down. You know, we got this.
Making it look good.
Yeah. No, I mean, we put the kids first. But my business really is like my 4th child. Like it grew and developed, and now it's like I lovingly put into my business and my clients and my work this care and concern, as if it's a living thing.
And it is a living thing, and it shows how you care for your clients and how you care about the jewelry and how you care about like
how into it you are, because we definitely feel the energy like through communication and like building like.
You know, it's cool. Like, I've been picked apart, but you know, I have very codependency, and I have very I am not good at advocating for myself, and I'm not a fighter, that's for sure. I'm not a conflict person. So, but those skills that sometimes I've been torn down, sometimes also by women. You know, like I'm not strong, I'm not the blah blah blah. Those skills though are paying off incredibly as a service person in my business. I care very much about people's feelings and emotions, and I'm very good at hand-holding, and I'm very consistent. I do not just drop off. You know, if a client has, I'm like immediate almost, with getting back to you and answering questions and doing research, and I'm very on the ball, and those character traits that could be seen as negative maybe in relationships and different things are coming back for me with business.
I care so much. You're fuck all those fuck all that. Sometimes, what one person sees as your fucking superpower,
Yeah, I'm in a good place. We're not for everyone. We're,
you know what?
We're funky. We're funky, and I'm in a good place about it. You either like us or don't, and you don't have to roll. Everyone has freedom. I'm really into freedom of choice. Whatever, literally whatever you want. Whatever
works for you.
I'm just over here with some diamonds and plants
and the
some
gym.
Children.
Yeah, and some food.
How do we go from living with wolves to like married to Mike, and where does like loving jewelry come in within this time frame?
Well, okay, so my grandparents, my grandfather has a really awesome story. My grandfather is, he was horrible, but he an old New York Jew from Europe. His family came through New York, and his big break with money, he served in the war.
Which
Put
one?
that on the mental illness. World War II.
We're
little. He's a little
okay.
Russian. He was little, like my mom, like the matzo ball. So he was at the ball turret, which is under the belly of the plane. He was teeny, like a jockey. And so he would do the gun positioning in war. Yeah, because he's little. So people are blown up. Right in front of him. My grandpa did go through a lot. He served 5 years in World War II, and he's Jewish, and so there was also a lot of issues being in the service during World War II. There was a lot of bad feelings. Some of the servicemen, what are we fighting for? And there was some negative feelings. So he went through a lot. And then he, after the service, got to L.A., and then he used some of his GI balance very early to get into real estate. And then he, really hardworking, a total piece of shit, but really hardworking. And he was the first kosher importer that skipped New York that went straight from Israel to Los Angeles. And then he had a trucking company, Vitality Kosher Foods. And so he ended up doing really well, and then just kept buying West Side property.
So he would just sell like all the kosher foods to the Jewish communities.
He cut out the East Coast, which was a huge cost-benefit analysis, all the trucking and labor and stuff. So by cutting out the East Coast and directly to Los Angeles, he was on the forefront of that. And then he had this trucking company. And so he did really well financially. And he loved jewelry. So my grandfather himself, my brother has literally a bolo tie collection that's like museum quality. He loved he was really short and fat. These works of art, that are out of this world, with geodes and jade and ivory.
Bow ties?
Bolo ties. The Western where it has the leather
I like those.
Yeah, he never ever wore ties.
Oh, so he was put jewels,
he would
precious
wear
stones.
A black tie suit with events, but with a bolo tie. He was funky. He's wearing,
I like that.
It's like the Native American.
Yes, yeah. My family's into the Native American thing. All the Jews, I don't know where, spiritually, they're really in the Native American culture. So that was my grandfather, and then my grandmother was a jeweler and artist, and they loved jewelry. And this is when things used to be more affordable in the 80s, and it was rocking. So my grandparents had an incredible jewelry collection. And then I inherited some earlier. My grandparents passed earlier, and then I inherited a really nice little chunk that was not age appropriate for me, to be 22 and a 6-carat sapphire, I literally had it squirreled away in my undergrad, in my dorm room. I had this pirate's booty of jewelry but my parents are crazy as hell. I wasn't leaving it in Crestline, that would have been robbed. So in undergrad, literally. I had a squirreled away, and then I got with my husband young, and then his family are all lawyers. His dad and he was connected with these old Persian guys downtown, and his family had been doing jewelry with Cam and Fred for years and years, way before me. And then when we got together, Mike took me downtown. My engagement ring was over 150 years old. It was a 2-carat.
It was from his...
Yeah, Mike's family's old money. Like, they go way back. Mike's Jews go way back. My children are 8th generation Jewish Los Angeles, which is extremely rare. Mike's people started Cedars-Sinai Hospital. They were with Levi Strauss. They sold their bit. Like, this is pioneer times with the Jews doing, like, in the gold mining.
Right, the
gold rush.
Yeah, yes, Mike's people go back.
Okay.
There. Have you ever? There's a famous politician, Barry Goldwater. Mike's the Goldwaters, and they from in politics. And so his people go way back. And then I just love jewelry so much. When Mike took us, and so I had this old family dine to set, I just connected with the old Persian guys so much. And over the years, what I started doing, anytime I got a little bit of money, I would redesign my own family pieces because they were way
because you already
funky.
had this little
I had
treasure.
but it was so over the top for my age and so bananas. So I would turn I remember I turned one emerald ring into 3 pieces of jewelry, like the earrings, a neck, because it was like this big, like it was, it was so over the top. And then people naturally would just love my jewelry. And I love talking about it. And just, I think I started attracting, and people kept asking me, where did I get my jewelry? And I designed it myself, blah, blah, blah. And then one of my best girlfriends, when she got engaged, I took her downtown, and she had almost a 2-carat cushion cut. And I remember, that was the friend, I'm like, what? Wait, why am I not doing this? Yeah, I'm like,
I know how to do this.
Yeah,
I know what I'm doing.
Bringing it out of the love of jewelry,
right?
And then I started building this relationship with my old guys, and they're super wholesale, so they don't do any internet anything. They're like hardcore. The Diamond District, it's very non for the public. It's total chaos.
Right. It's for the jewelers.
Yeah,
the jewelers,
in the real wholesale scene, they're removed, and then fast forward, I just kept. Any dollar, I don't have tits. Every time I get money, instead of going to Beverly Hills, I go downtown. So I can.
She doesn't have tits, but she has diamonds.
I'm flat as a board, but I be stacking. And then COVID happened. The dark ages. Then COVID happened, and. My husband and I were in struggles. I was alone. And I literally, jewelry saved my life. The depression and sadness and suffering that I went through with 3 little... Because when they did all these lockdowns, my baby was 18 months and my kids were...
I guess COVID was 4 years ago now.
Yeah. My oldest was only 5 or 6, first grade. I had a 6-year-old, I think, a 4-year-old, and an 18-month-old, or 3-year-old. Yeah, they were little.
Right.
So I was like...
What the fuck?
That was that was one toke over, being alone. And then I held it down, because I'm also a school teacher. This is my first year not teaching. I taught for 11 years.
Right, when I met you, you were telling me
I
school
taught 8th
teacher.
grade. And so during that disaster, the depths of hell I was in spiritually and emotionally, I was with it was just way, and I'm that kind of mom, I didn't just let it slide. I had my kids on bikes every day. I didn't miss a single home. I did kill myself to keep up with the cabal, but it took a lot out of me.
What's the cabal?
Well, just COVID. I don't play all the lockdowns and shit. I politically, I did not align with it. I think the greatest events for me, keeping children out of school. That was...
It's a tragedy, and it's affecting them still.
And because I'm very involved in, domestic violence awareness and substance abuse and stuff, and in that world...
It was horrible.
Okay, and they don't even talk about... domestic violence literally went up, 400%. Children were off the... horrible things happen under the guise of COVID. So, we had the
people
virus,
who are relying on leaving the house.
So... abandoned during that time because also a lot of children have food at school. There's programs. There's a lot of things that school is very vital for society to keep an eye on a child. If a child shows up with a black eye,
then
there was 2 years that children were
no help. There's no outside exposure.
Even these children were so ugh. really was not on that jam at all. Like, I had the police called on me multiple times for taking my kids to a park.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I was like cutting down caution tape, like with my.
Same.
No, and to keep children away from each other
is crazy.
I think something also that is not on the radar with COVID is like the long-term effects too of children.
Yeah.
Like they systematically, I think there was a lot of things that were put into place too with the screens and normalizing the technology
for
and
school.
Yeah, it just so many things
and
got.
then now it's like the screens are just like a part of their lives now.
Because they were going to school on it.
You go into a restaurant now, and there'll be little kids on a screen. I mean, if you think back to our childhood, never in a million years would you fathom a child
sitting on the screen for
TV
hours.
It's supposed to be like their last, like.
Well, you can't take the TV with you.
No,
Shit.
and I hate everything about it. And also as a teacher, you see children are really struggling with body image and weird shit is happening because of school shootings and blah blah blah.
They have so much information. There's anxiety. It's like little people anxiety. Yeah.
But so. During that time, though, like literally that something kept me alive, I think was fantasizing and dissociating about jewelry. I literally would be watering my plants with tears in my eyes, just like not ready for the day. Like getting up and I still did my fitness. I'd get up very early, and we have a home gym. I would do all. Oh, and I had an underground gym too at my house, like for my girlfriends. We would be like way early in the
underground
morning.
Gym.
Yeah, we had the underground. We had the speakeasy gym. We had
just like the speakeasy nail shops. Oh,
100%. Oh yeah, we went underground for everything, and I literally jewelry fantasizing and dreaming of jewelry, and literally like. Any little break, like my kids, in between, they do their homework. If I got a screen break or something, and I would like draw jewelry and dream of jewelry, and then financially, I don't know. And then I started really getting serious, like, why am I not like I am so passionate about jewelry? And with my old partner, I started talking to the guys, and they were like, "Desiree, of course this is something you could do. You'd be amazing.
You're doing it already."
Yeah, and then. My old guys, like, really, really lovingly supported me on that, and were so encouraging. And I was like, okay.
So you get into liking jewelry from your
that
grandparents.
like is in my blood.
Right,
I think
it's in your blood from your
jewelry. I
parents.
was raised with so much jewelry.
Then you meet your husband who takes you downtown to these the district for these wholesalers, and you're like, oh, what a perfect
it was
match.
literally like
it comes together.
Matchmaker.
I mean, it's crazy, like things in your lineage and your DNA you don't realize, and a lot of us don't have such in-depth information about like our great grandparents or our grandparents to even understand that some of the passions we have are like deeply seated in us.
Right.
Well, that's another thing that I really love about jewelry too. It's a tangible piece of your heritage and ancestry. Like jewelry lasts generations. That is like one of my shticks, but I mean it for real. It's not just a monetary thing. Like a child can hold on her wedding day literally a great grandmother's pearl necklace,
and she could be there.
And and it's like spiritually, like you're bringing your people with you. And it's such a beautiful way of like expressing love and care for the generations to come. And even though there's a monetary side, the monetary value is invested in the emotional side, that they care enough to invest into something that can go on generations. Right. And it's very meaningful. Yeah. And that's one of my specialties that I love is repurposing family heirlooms. A lot of... Well, this is also very Jewish. That to have old jewelry like that's sitting in boxes that's just been away for so long, and it's like unloved and untouched. Yeah. And I come and sit with you. I'm like a jewelry concierge, and literally breathe new life into all these old stones.
Right.
And by changing a setting and adjusting things, it's like this whole new rebirth of a piece of jewelry or pieces that then someone really enjoys. From that time forward. And then jewelry, you can just keep changing it. Literally every couple of generations.
That's actually something new that I learned from you. I didn't realize that you can take old jewelry and like change it.
I literally melt down. I have an engagement ring that I'm going to be doing. They have a deposit down, and they're like in their late 40s. It's like a second marriage. So one of the reasons that it's still on hold is they want to go through their family jewelry, and I'm going to be melding the gold, literally redesigning pieces and using gold. I'm going to have melted down and reused. So it's not just they're going to be saving money on that, which is awesome, but they are going to have like old Gregorian gold that makes their wedding bands. That's like from the 1800s.
And then if you think about it, it's like natural stones and diamonds and things. They're all like of the earth. There are like resources of the earth. So there's like a connection to.
I love that. Well, you know, like spiritual healers and crystal. It's funky and woo woo, but it's actually kind of real. Like I get energy from jewelry.
You do. I mean, it's not.
You
it's
can
not
literally
woo woo.
be in a funk, and you put on some fabulous
Yeah.
jewelry, and I swear to God, your energy fields will change.
It's something that was like made through like millions of years of like
literally
pressure in the earth, like,
literally
taking its
millions.
time, the amount of like time and energy it takes to like make it, like the storing of it, like so condensed in like this little like diamond or like whatever jewelry it is,
it
like
literally
it's
has
powerful.
to come through the magma and through a volcano.
Right. So now when
it
it's
like
touching,
erupts, it's millions of years.
Right. So now when it's touching your skin, you who have humans who have like been here for like thousands of whatever amount of years, like putting that together, it's just like
I want to know like who's the person who discovered that like lots of pressure equals this beautiful stone.
Well,
jewelry is like literally ancient. I mean, jewelry is one of the ways archaeologists study civilization. If you go back to Roman ruins, ancient Judea Samaria, if you go back to, I mean, literally the ancient Greeks, jewelry
history. This is my jam right here.
Yes,
Keep going.
no, you go. I mean, the artifacts and it helps people understand how people lived and how they went about their days.
And what,
I mean,
like what
you know,
class
like
you're
the
in.
cave paintings,
Right?
You know, all the cave art and stuff. They're people have embellishments, like humans have just always loved looking fly,
right?
You know, literally the caveman.
I mean, I think
the
about
caveman's like, hey, like you know what's just, up? Like I don't know what, like Rolex, you know, like
there's actual like purpose. I think about that, like when you think like art, like when you think of like ancient pyramids and like the gold and like the lavish royal.
Oh, I'm so glad we're starting on aliens. No, I'm just
it's true, but there's frequency and there's something that like gives off to the person wearing it, and there's probably deep reasons for all the reasons, like the people in ancient societies.
I think it's medicinal.
Yeah,
I think it's literally healing.
Yeah.
It's Well, we were like making jokes before we started, you know, about like retreats and different things. But there is this human need to repair, heal, and grow.
We're self-healing.
Yeah, we humans, and I worry about our society a little bit. I think we're getting a little out of touch with it in the modern times. We're getting too far from each other. We're getting too far from the ancient ways. We're getting too removed.
Healing is becoming trendy. It's crazy.
Well,
it's trendy.
Like we're so sick
that we're trying to figure it out, but it's just still
like they're manufacturing illness, so we got to double down and pay for wellness. And I would like people to start exploring, get out of the matrix. Like, don't get sick to then have to heal. Like, don't even start the sickness. Our food is having issues. Our clothes are having issues. We got to get out of.
They're not having issues. They're killing us intentionally.
100%. Like
it's not an issue. It's intentional warfare on society so that you can be weak and not think for yourself and be dependent and be sick.
Oh, absolutely.
So that it's not like
the carcinogens, the chemicals, the off gassing. Oh, I went down so many I left a rabbit hole as a form of fitness.
Rabbit hole.
Great cardiovascular exercise. You want to?
Yeah, right.
What? Oh my God. MK Ultra. Okay, so like, what a rabbit hole. No, but if you go down the rabbit hole, on pesticides and the food supply, like, if you go
even
back
the poly blends. This is London. Poly blends.
Yes. No, the clothing, you have to be so, and because it's on your skin directly. Women were having a bit. You know, Lululemon got busted. All our hoo-hoos.
Yeah, they were talking about Lululemon recently.
The Lululemon does such a damn. I have a shitload of Lululemon. Right. I'm in a Lululemon cult. Okay, like all the ladies with their hoo-hoos. Okay, if you're not wearing underwear and stuff, we're being exposed to off-gassing, and that's right in
your womb, your fertility, everything is connected.
For a woman, that is so serious.
Which even further makes more sense with jewelry and having good energy, because just as you can see, wearing something that's not good for your skin and your body can affect you, and then wearing something like jewelry and
it comes from the earth. Yeah.
Well, and then you brought up a good point with like. cheap jewelry, fake jewelry, funky jewelry, that isn't real, it literally turns your skin green.
Right.
Like, that just shows
you're not supposed to.
Yeah,
Right.
like I get so sad. Little girls getting their ears pierced with this garbagey stuff, at Claire's
like
and stuff. No, you
steel.
should only have pure gold. A little girl should only, or anyone getting piercing, you should not be penetrating your body with any garbagey stuff. I mean, you're literally creating a hole in your body that you're filling with this sickening toxins
if you're listening
and
right
stuff.
now, you're about to get your kids' ears or whatever pierced.
Hit up Diamonds by Desiree for a great deal on solid gold. I'll hook you up. Do not skimp on your children.
Right.
Don't skimp on your children. They'll know later.
Purity.
So something I've been meaning to ask, because
wait, I want to say something real quick.
Okay.
I told Desiree this, but I read this thing online, and it was like about jewelry, and it was like if you look at the ear, it looks like
That's like the conch shell, right?
No, it looks like a fetus. And so like there was like a reason that people would pierce the ear with diamond or like with gold because it would illuminate like where the head is supposed to be. So if you look at your ear and then you see like it looks like a fetus, and then the lobe would literally be where the head lies. And so there was like a reason for piercing these ears.
Really?
And so it was bringing enlightenment.
Also, have you seen like my girlfriend had like this piercing? I don't know.
Oh,
I forgot
yeah.
the technical term. There's also like medicinal with acupressure,
like headaches.
Yeah, people who struggle with migraines and also like mental health and stuff. There's pressure points that align. Like I'm really into Chinese medicine. I don't do any Western medicine. Yeah, there's pressure points, acupuncture, acupressure. That your different energy fields and stuff by piercing or doing continual pressure will actually alleviate your symptoms. And your ears are right with your brain and your spinal column and stuff.
So
it's all right here.
It's all connected.
From jewelry can help with headaches.
Actually, my really good girlfriend struggled with migraines for years. Her doctor told her to get this little piercing.
Yeah.
And it really helped her. Yeah, she has
I've heard
two
that.
little... I just upgraded her diamonds. And literally yesterday, Mindy spoke about it. Yeah, and then, these pressure points has really helped her. Now she's had them a year, I believe.
A little funny part of your ear that covers the whole.
What were you going to say? Sorry, I cut you off.
I know. I was going to say that
this is a great marriage lesson, too, taking interrupted.
Yeah,
you got to get real comfortable with it being interrupted.
Right.
I'm just dropping all my marriage wisdom time to time.
No, this is actually what we need because we're doing it like what is it, a pre-married month? Pre-marriage month, where we're like getting all this marriage prep, right? Getting all this information. So I was saying that all this information is great because
whatever he says, Milah, just say okay, baby.
Right.
Literally, you could say anything.
I didn't know a lot of this and how like the energy from jewelry like affects you, and then sitting with you and building Milah's engagement ring and everything like that has been like a beautiful like experience and knowledgeable. So I just want to know like what are some things that you should probably know before getting an engagement ring, or when it's like things like you let people know.
Okay, like I do a lot of care and work, as you know, to get the ball rolling. So sometimes people come to me and they have like a very specific thing in mind. Especially if you're on a second marriage or third,
or you're like me and I don't know shit.
Yeah, like the more veterans, the more they're like, I want a 6-carat radiant cut, hidden halo, blah blah blah. And you're like, oh, okay,
got it. Right.
You're focused. Okay, so some people have like something very specific in mind. Also, a question is, are you using a family stone? Because then if you are coming with a stone, I'm just designing your setting, then it'll revolve around already.
And the setting is like the band.
Yeah, the setting is the actual where you
set it. I learned so much from Desiree.
Keep it inside the box so you can see the camera. Yeah.
I think you should wear this one. You should enjoy a 5-carat emerald. This is a 5-carat emerald cut. This is an emerald cut. And those are pair side stones. So those are 0.75
No, bring
each.
it back from, right there. Good.
And then this is a two-tone. So this is one of my custom set. This is my personal ring that I designed. And you can see I love two-tone and mixing with golds.
Oh, I see.
But to answer Orlando's question, so let's say a person comes to me, they know they want to get engaged, and they literally have no idea. Like what? And so I started the first thing to learn is, let's get into diamond talk. Okay, there's the 4 C's of a diamond. So you have the cut, which is the shape, the clarity, which is, basically the insides of the diamond. Are there specks? They're called feathers. Is there any little imperfections? Because it's a natural stone. The carat weight is the size, and then the color. So there's a color spectrum. And so those are the 4 basic C's. And how a diamond is priced is literally like a matrix of those 4. Like, do you want to go higher on the
clarity and less on the carat?
Where do you prioritize? So I help a person say, okay, what are your priorities? Do you want a big ass stone, and are you okay with a little salt and pepper flake over it? Like, do you want to go bigger on the carat weight? Do you not care as much about the color? Color actually is one that you can kind of soften a little bit, the color of the stone, because sometimes the way you set it, mixing with different golds, the color can sometimes take a little bit of a hit to help you financially. Because will you really see that shade,
the clarity,
of ever so slight, And then I think the first important part is to know the shape of the stone. That's the most important. And I think that's number 1.
And there's emerald, which is like
this is an emerald cut.
Emerald looks like a rectangle.
I have here a cushion cut. This is a cushion. So this is like a
little cushion's just like the circle.
A cushion is an in-between of a circular, a round brilliant, and a princess, which is a hard square.
This is like the most traditional, right?
Yeah, this is like a classic. Then I have my diamond. This is an oval cut. Okay, this is an oval. And then there's radiant cut, which is really cool.
What's the radiant?
Radiant cut's funny. It's like an emerald cut, but it has a higher facets amount, so it's like a starburst. Like it really is high on the light refraction. That's a style. Then there's marquise, which is like the eye shape. Marquise.
That's
really
one I like. That it's like almost
that's I would say is the least popular right now in our modern time. Like as of right this second, marquise are not a lot of people are rocking marquise.
There's also the teardrop. I mean the pear.
There's the pear. Yeah, and then that's
the
side.
side.
Yeah, the pear. I love pear. I love pear. I think it's very.
These are all things that Desiree taught me because when she came to my house to talk about this, I was like, I don't know.
So I think when I start with a client, I think, shape is the most important, I think, to nail down. Because then from the shape, that's going to really dictate what setting you go for and what style you use. And then from there, well, I've also learned in a funny way, what's really important also with jewelry is budget. Because the sky is the limit. I mean, you can spend literally millions of dollars, so I always say, okay, and then now I understand as I've been doing my business more, I actually really start with budget, because then you're like, okay, let's walk it backwards, because you can't have a shock financially, especially for like a young couple, $3,000 over budget. It's like maybe 200, like you got to really keep it tight with the budget. And that's something I really promise. I really put a lot of attention, like, okay, what's our budget? And
so
let's work backwards
people,
to have the maximum amount of quality.
That for that amount.
But within your budget. Because, I mean, I learned that way. People are like, like 4 carats done. You're like, okay, 20 grand. They're like, it's like, I mean, you got to,
you got to be realistic.
Yeah, budget really helps. Because also people with less experience in jewelry don't realize how outrageous it can be, if you're not a jewelry person,
well versed, and
you
also
have to mentally get prepared. Like, are you dropping 5 to 10K? Like, what are we talking about?
And then I know that was a question for like that was like one of the first questions I asked you about, like lab made diamonds, natural diamonds.
Yeah, okay,
and then there's the other two. There's the other two.
Okay, so lab diamonds are super hip right now. I just did I have 5 engagement. I just delivered 3 this week. One coming up and then one in production. I'm doing a lot of lab work. So lab diamonds are really interesting. They have the physical composition of a diamond. They actually are grown. Literally, what they do is they call it a diamond seed. So diamonds are 100% carbon. And diamonds are the strongest mineral on Earth. They're the industrial grade diamonds. Actually, they use in construction and cutting it. Yeah, there's black diamonds or they call it like industrial grade diamonds. That they're that tough that they make like diamond saws. For cut through metal and incredible things on ships and real heavy military work and stuff. Yeah, so diamonds are the strongest. So what they do for a lab diamond is they literally call it a little diamond seed, where they take a micro piece of a diamond that's 100% carbon, of a natural diamond. And then lab diamonds now, they manufacture, or a lab create the natural elements that a diamond would go through deep under the earth.
Yeah, so the pressure,
yes,
the
and
process.
they literally have, and the technology is getting better.
Yeah.
And what's happening now is they are manufacturing diamonds in a matter of like 4 months versus like millions of years. Yeah, and they learned. So the lab diamond literally grows in a crystalline structure, just like a natural diamond, and they still have to diamond cut it. Like it's literally
same.
Have you guys ever done like those like crystal raw kits?
Oh right.
Yeah, they're growing diamonds, but it's in a lab. So one of the biggest labs is actually San Diego.
Oh really?
Yeah, and so that's why we're working with me. You're really supporting local business, small business. All of my diamonds, actually, I brought come certified, and so I want to show you guys, like, when you get a diamond, so I present you with your, and I'll show, actually, I have a really happen chance badass blue diamond with me in lab, but you get a certificate, and this shows all the different details. Okay. This shows all the different details of the diamond. So it has the 4 C's, it gives everything. It has the actual diamond itself. So when you open the certificate, if there's any little imperfections, it will show you on the little diamond map. So here's like, this is your stone. So every single stone has its own personal. Yeah, so how cool is this? Okay.
Oh, we got a stone
pamphlet. Yeah, so this is from I'm making for my dear girlfriend. She's gonna have a baby boy, so I brought some blue diamonds.
You can bring it down a little lower.
Oh, okay. So then here you guys see it. Like this has the carat weight. This is fancy vivid blue. And then if you see here, there's one itty bitty speck on my girl on this little diamond.
And that's what it
indicates? So this is a full map of the diamond with all of the dimensions. And then if there's any flaws or imperfections, it will be on this little map. And it has all the details.
Oh,
so all the diamonds that I work with are certified, but it's
looks
really
like
cool.
It's dust. It's so tiny.
Yeah, it's so well. So then you guys, that's the clarity element, right? Are there any? That's the other C is the clarity. Is there any? So here is okay. So now let's talk about colored diamonds. So these are lab. Another thing also with lab diamonds, though, I'm really honest about is the monetary value is different because it's technology involved. Yeah. One of the big expenses actually with jewelry is how many hands it passes. So if you're getting a diamond literally from Sierra Leone, okay, think of how many people from the natural mines, how many hands
it has to touch
that passes through, and every time a hand is passed, there's a new charge.
Yeah.
So natural diamonds, part of the monetary value, why they're so high, is because there's so many. It's such a long journey versus now a lab diamond that's created in San Diego. I have a diamond broker. He is literally his assistant's bringing it up. It's much more localized. Yeah. So the expense for these lab diamonds, I'm making now these beautiful, 2 to 3 carat engagement rings, for like $6,500.
Which would have been
but a natural diamond, just the diamond itself would be like 10 to 12 grand.
Not even the setting, not even the band.
Setting. So this happens to be, God is good. I picked this up Wednesday. I'm making custom for my Moroccan Israeli girlfriend. She loves jewelry.
I gotta see this.
Look at these blue. This is vivid, fancy blue. I've never even seen blue. These are $1.65 each, and I'm going to be making gorgeous studs for her as her baby gift for her baby boy. So they have 2 girls. They're really excited for their boy.
Oh.
So Daddy Carlos is going all out for his girl.
Those are 2 carats each?
1.65. So those are very substantial. So then versus these studs here, these are an exact carat, and I can hold that next to it. So these are a carat. So you can see, how badass are these these are going to be really nice. And then, you asked me, okay, now also you want to talk about moisanites, because I do a lot of work with moissanite.
So moisanites, it goes natural diamond, lab diamond.
And then a moissanite, and then there's like CZ, but that's like totally manufactured. Yeah, that's like lab. And CZs are very, but a moissanite now is a real stone, but these are 9.5 in hardness, and moissanites have a higher light refraction. So I actually do a lot of moissanite work for my gym girlfriends. For travel, moissanites are so where it's at. because they're beautiful. It's set in real gold, very high end. But a pair of these studs I do for like $500.
And moissanite is still a natural stone.
Yeah, it's a natural stone, but it's like it's a diamond look-alike.
It looks like it's a natural stone that looks very much like a diamond.
Here's a 1-carat stud. A girlfriend at the gym or Mexico, you would never even think, especially if she's like a lovely lady. You know, she's rolling. She got a go-yard bag. Like she got it going on.
You're not going to be like,
you wouldn't even think so. For a lot of my jewelry, travel, moissanites are amazing. I've done a lot of engagement ring replicas for travel because God forbid something happens. It's $1,200 versus, it's like these studs I do for like $500.
Right.
God forbid something happens, you're robbed in Mexico, you're trying to find a knockoff bag in an alley, something goes south. Okay,
with Desiree's life, the things that she's mentioning is not off brand. It's very possible.
Could happen.
I don't make
not
anything
in an alley
up.
trying to find a knockoff bag.
Real life is so funny and wild. I don't have to make anything up.
So, see, babe, after you do the dick sucks every day, right, before 11 a.m.,
we're going to upgrade you.
You get all of these things, and then once you continue that after marriage, you get upgraded.
Tell him, be like, Orlando, I am not getting head without these studs. Like, if you want
to push my head down?
Yeah, if you want to, I need to cosmically adjust my brain waves with some fat studs. Okay,
Speaking of head, right, because this is...
I'm going to light this blunt now.
Light this blunt while I tell this story, right? I was already planning...
With a good head.
I was already planning on...
Stop, on my knob.
Like, oh my God, I'm still dying. I'm still dying.
So, I was already planning on marrying Milah for a very long time, years now. Like, this has been my girl. I've been rocking with her. I'm going to marry Milah
because I'm in love with her, too. She's so awesome. I'm in love with her.
So, I was planning... Push your mic back for me. So, I was planning on marrying her anyway, but recently, right, we've had a revelation. Something amazing happened.
Breakthrough.
My whole life, I have never been able to come from head. So I've been going through life like, I guess it could never happen.
Desiree's been doing it every day for 20 years. She can't fucking believe
Orlando,
it.
I'll say that in 2 minutes flat.
You try, Desiree. I'm dead. You fucking try.
I tried my best.
Oh my God,
give me my ring. You do it.
About Mike, everyone throws me shade. I'm like, you do it. You be my fucking guest. Okay, you take him on. If you can successfully pull off any of these, I applaud you.
So me and Milah, I think maybe last weekend or so, we were having a good time. We were up late. And I was late. We were in our loft because we got a little cuddle off. I was laying down, leaning back on a beanbag, right? And I have to set the stage and the environment for you because I have to remember how it happened so maybe we can do it again because it's the first time it's ever happened. I'm laying back on this beanbag, right?
I just can't get over
and
this.
So, so Milah comes laying down. She comes in between my legs and she's giving me head. And then... for whatever reason, she tilts her head at a slight angle. So my dick has a curve to the left to it, and she tilts her head a slight angle, and she starts going in, and I'm like, oh, this is different. I've never felt this one before.
And then I'll teach her to throw a pinky in for
yeah. So then she had her elbow holding my dick. Like she had her elbow on my leg. She was holding my dick a certain way.
Okay.
She was doing a whole thing, and then she moved the elbow. I was like, oh no, put it back. Put the elbow back. The elbow was working.
Okay.
And then she had her head tilt, and then I had my hand on the back of her neck, like close to the top of her spine, and then she was just going in, and then little by little, I felt it coming. I was like, is this the day?
Oh my!
It's the day is happening. And then she stopped for a little bit. I was like, no, please keep going.
You never got a blowjob in high school?
I've never came from. I never came from it. I've always gotten head.
Never got a blowjob in high school?
Never came from it.
Wait,
high school.
Let a chick leave without you coming?
He had sex though.
I had sex.
That sounds very rapey, Desiree. Yes, he did let a chick leave. Yes, he did.
I did let a chick leave.
Poor Desiree's been married too long. She doesn't even know the language around. No, she doesn't even understand.
It's always my husband, though.
So he let you leave? Huh?
Oh my God.
I gave a blowjob. I had been here 19 years.
Yeah, I'm still on a 19-year-long blowjob.
Desiree gives a hell of a blowjob.
Oh my God, he let you leave. Oh my God.
Maybe 5 to 7 minutes, we were going she was going nonstop. And I was like, yo, you cannot stop. You have to keep going.
There you go.
We're going to figure it out.
He said, you ain't leaving. He ain't.
She kept going. And on that 7th fucking minute, I felt the explosion come out of my dick. with it in her mouth. And I was like, I cannot believe this is happening right now. This is the first time it's ever happened in my whole life. And
I am enthralled. Okay.
at that moment, after she was done and Milah swallowed, I laid back and I was like,
better than me.
you need to give me a second because I need to process this.
I need to go to cave.
I need to go to
I need to go figure this out.
Shit, I'm gonna take me and my head in a cave for 5 days and heal a mother wound while I'm at it. Oh my God.
And it was honestly at that moment I was like, I was already marrying this woman, but this solidifies it. Now I know I can't marry anybody
Then she
else.
swallowed.
I know I can marry her.
Oh my God.
Now I know I can't marry nobody else.
Dude, I had a girlfriend send me this Instagram video of this girl like throwing her booze leg up, doing all sexy, but then the music switch, and then she like gets a neck rub. And I was like, yo, that's how Nicole Simpson got it.
Neck rub.
Oh my God, you cannot tease a man like that and switch on a neck rub? Only a white person would let that fly. I'm like, God damn.
Obviously, OJ did not. He didn't let it fly. I was thinking, generally, I'm the type
Wait,
of...
is Orlando sober? Are we passing this to
you can
Orlando?
pass it to me.
He's not sober.
We're in California. Okay.
I just remember, usually I'll suck dick, because it's required these days, but
I think it's a Donna Matt jewelry.
He always says I've never come from head, so it's never my end goal. I'm just like, I'm going to sit on it, So I could tell that he was really getting into it.
You don't ever do emergency blowjobs?
No.
Oh.
I mean, what is an emergency blowjob? Like, there's a fire. Stop, drop, and roll.
He has court.
Stop, drop, and suck dick.
He has court call, and he's about to be called.
No. The court doesn't call, and I suck dick. And I was doing it, and I was like, this is hurting, and I'm going to stop. He's not going to come anyway. And then I was like, you know what? This motherfucker doesn't know if he can come. I was like, he seems pretty, let me try. And so then these are all the thoughts that are going through my head while I'm getting fucking suffocated with dick.
No, I just think about jewelry. That's how it gets into your mind. Yeah, literally, I'm like designing jewelry.
But then I was thinking about
throating and designing jewelry.
Then I started to get like
all D's. Dissociated, dick sucking.
Diamonds.
Dreaming of diamonds.
I was like then I said my ego. Diamonds by Desiree. My ego was coming in, and I was like, he's never come from head, but he doesn't fucking know that for sure. And I was like, I'm gonna fucking do this shit. And then I was like, I started just like, I was like, maybe that's not gonna work. Maybe my ego is not gonna do it. And I was like, let me think about like manifestation. Like, how do I pull the come out? Like, how do I birth something here? And so I really started thinking about like a luxury, rich life, and I was like really going in, and then.
As soon as she started thinking about that luxury rich life.
Well, that's how my all my jewelry has to look around its dick.
Yeah,
like I have to size up. Like how does this 4 carat? Oh,
that looks good.
Looks good.
Speaking about diamonds around dicks, when Milah was trying on the rings and stuff like that, we realized something after you already left and took the rings with you is that she never got to try on a ring with holding my dick to see how it looks.
That's a service. That is something.
I was like, fuck. I was like, we can't scare Desiree, but that's a good idea.
Jewelry concierge. Like you can go to Cartier, but they're not going to let you try
go to the bathroom.
Try
not
it
going
on
to the
with
bathroom.
Dick.
Like
Diamonds
go to the back
by
room.
Desiree will. Like
Desiree will be right back.
Yeah,
we're just going to look at some things in here.
I'm like, I'll get in on it too.
You know what? That one doesn't compliment the curve. We need a different diamond.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling cushion cut.
You know it's going to work for that dick, I know.
I would take it so seriously and so
Emeralds.
non-sexual.
That's an emerald cut
100%.
dick.
Like, I am so
Like,
business.
girl, no.
I am.
It's thick. It's thick and 7 inches. You need an emerald cut. Trust me. And yellow diamond.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love yellow diamonds.
We're ridiculous people. I just want everyone to know this. All that to tell the story.
This is how hoochies go diamond shopping.
Welcome to the hoochies, the diamond shopping of hoochies. I also this has been a very pleasant experience with you. I was totally shocked when Desiree came to my house and she's like, I brought you a gift with her like sweet little voice and her long dress, and she busted out like this huge blunt. It was like this big.
My Armenians hooked me up with. I told them I was coming to you. They were so nice. I knew my beloved smoke shop because I'd give them a shout out right now. They're so wonderful.
I wish I knew their name.
Go to the Armenians next to Katsuya
in Northridge.
It's a dad and 2 boys. I love them. Hardworking, cash deals. I love them so much.
Yeah. No, but really, listen to the experience that you get from going to specifically. to go into a
small business,
but specifically Desiree. Like, you get a home concierge service. You get somebody you can not only feel like you're having a business conversation with, but also a chill, calm conversation. And that really changes the dynamic when talking about diamonds. Because you think about, there's a financial
diamonds
aspect
are so
to it.
intimate to
Yeah.
you. It's like we're literally talking about a piece of
Engagement
jewelry that is encompassing like your love for each other. And I don't know. Life is so hard. Like, life is so hard. I think relationships are so hard. I really want people's like experience to sincerely be lovely.
I mean, you don't want to go into a fucking Robbins Brothers and it's like
so this is,
I mean, that's the thing. I'm kooky as hell. I'm very eccentric and weird, but I really love people, and I really want them to be happy. Like,
feel that.
I want you to enjoy yourself. My business is growing, thank God. I'm really happy about that. I have to be a little careful, though. I am getting a little bigger now. You know, with like moving jewelry and appointments, I have to also grow. You know, as far as business wise, like, because now, I'm like, you know, I do also have to be safe. So
maybe we'll get you like a Lux Uber with like a buff like driver and a gun.
Or I just have my brother come with me. My brother's great. No, but it's but I love like the jewelry concierge thing is just so magical. It's also on that note, it's very safe too. Think of like, for you guys at your home, you get to experience it's a little rough out there right now. People are having, actually, I was in the shop Wednesday, and this, you know, cool, she was so paranoid, this old Jewish lady, of like robberies. She was really like, she had exquisite jewelry, and I think she was scared shitless to like wear out and about right now.
In her defense, downtown is a scary place.
No, downtown is so crazy.
But this is why I'm bragging about your diamond concierge service, is because there's to the average person, like, or to like me, when I would think about it, it's like so nerve-wracking, because it's one thing to spend on something like that's like a product. But this is something that's like a product that's supposed to mean something, that's supposed to last a long time.
And you're literally building it.
Right. And then coming from the guy's perspective, it's like, I want to get it right. Right, for my lovely wife to be right here. So sitting with you and just like having all the information that you've even given us right now, telling me like, you know, we have the ability and options for all these things to come together, and it could be so specific for Milah. Letting that information that you letting me know about like the carat size, the quality, the clarity, and all of these things, that puts so much ease. And I was in wreck. Honestly, going back and forth with Desiree, like, I was talking more than Desiree. That's how you know I was.
I can just imagine you two together because you both love to talk.
Going back and forth.
I mean, I just
and it was to the point where she was like, "I got you." Like I
was texting Desiree on the side, like before I knew he was coming. Look at diamonds. He was at the studio. I was at home. I was like, "Clarity." I was like, Desiree, clarity's important.
Right.
To me.
She's making me nervous.
You know,
like,
I had to
beautiful.
have like it's so a dance. I do work with couples, and a lot of women are secretly, and I have to do such a dance to keep like privacy and respect, but like on both. But like she really cares too,
right?
You know?
It's also I have to wear it.
So yeah,
but that's all I said. I haven't said shit. I didn't even really know what I wanted, so I trusted the process.
Also, like, I'm a lot of women's mistress. That's my other role. Like, I also do a whole grip of work that's like on the DL with women.
Oh, so the husbands
I've literally had to like sneak out of houses. Like, oh shit, he's pulling up, and it's like, oh my god, I'm like running out the window. I literally got a backpack. I'm jumping out the window.
And that's also an ode to you, because with your personality, it's like fitting. So it's like anybody could say whatever about like your personality and things, but it's so fitting for it all.
I do have to also say, let's give Mike some credit. Okay, I'm very appreciative too that my husband and I work together. Like, we're so nuts, but you know, for me to have the flexibility to do payments and spread things out for people and invest, and, you know, thank God I'm not desperate for business. I'm not money like, I care. I work a lot with people's budgets. I don't make a big cut. Like, I'm soft, you know, and that's also something with like working with small business. I don't have the overhead. I don't have to charge as much.
Yeah, you don't have to pay rent in 2 days.
No,
yeah.
I do everything out of my home and my wholesale downtown. I have a booth, I go once a week, but I'm not renting. My old guy is just my wholesaler.
Yeah.
I just do all my work out of the office and I get resources. And now on my own, I'm even breaking out of Diamond Daddy, who I love so much. No, I'm like making my own connections. I have a whole crew now that like I run all around. Like, yeah, my day encompasses, like, I'm very organized, and I do I talk every day to everyone. I call, I text, send pictures, I do appointments. But that's literally my service, is I work with many people.
So she has the option of saying, I know the guy who does this setting.
I can do pearls.
She can
do
ask different people, and it's all at wholesale.
Yeah, it's all different. I can do all the different
and that is a perfect segue to go into the customization that you put into these wedding rings.
Oh, I love custom.
And I really, all right. So I never knew anything about bands, wedding rings, or anything like that. Can you do a quick explanation on the different parts of like the wedding rings?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so...
Or do you have one right here? You give an example.
Well, what am I wearing right now? Okay, and then, put on when you're designing...
By the box.
Step one would be designing your engagement ring. So that's the whole experience with me, picking your diamond, deciding your setting, what vibe you're going with. Then, Orlando, step 2, when you actually have the ceremony, is matching, and I really enjoy it too, is then matching your engagement ring to a band. So then I'll style, right? And then you style with me and design then a matching set. Sometimes, I just did a whole round of engagement rings. I also had sets. Like, in the original designing process, the fiancé wants both at the same time because he wants such an exact set that it's best to have them made together. Yeah, with my old Japanese homie. My metalsmith is this old Japanese guy. He's so wonderful. But, he's like way up in the top bill. Like the mass, people don't deal with. This is really like in the scene, It's like I am special access to these resources. So my actual metalsmith, it's very helpful to him to do it all in the same thing because he has the exact thing.
Everything, yeah.
And then what's cool... If you're a ring whore like I am, I love rings. I love bands. I love bands. I have a billion bands. So every anniversary, you can keep building like an eternity
like a stack,
band.
stackables.
Like I'm obnoxious. I love like a fat band and then a baby diamond band and then like my huge ring.
I love that.
I love like if God gave me more knuckle, I would just keep filling it.
Yeah.
Like I love rings. I love. Yeah, and then it's like, here's like, you could put an eternity band. I love doing eternity band, middle band. I love 3 ring designs. Like, I don't know, it's like fat. I love it. You put a huge eternity band. You put a beautiful textured gold band that has hammered or filigree. And then you have a huge, beautiful diamond. Yeah, that's nice. And, you literally can accomplish anything today. Whatever the fuck life throws at you, you're ready to rock.
I think there's power in the stones.
Like Wonder Woman, she has all her bangles. Like Wonder Woman, I feel literally like, look, God is like watching over me. I got a Cartier, I got 6 bracelets. Like, I'm ready to fold laundry. Or fight a bum. Or fight a bum. I'm either going to fold. I'm going to do both. I'm going to fight a bum and I'm going to fight a bum. I'm going to, and all in the name of diamonds. But, look how good. I'm about to do, actually for a black man, a beautiful diamond band for his wedding ring. He's going to do an eternity band. Oh, nice. That's really gorgeous. So I made his wife a custom set, rose gold. And then now I'm going to do his band.
Bling, bling.
He's going to rock. But he looks great. I think it totally works for him.
And honestly, as a black man, not having a slave diamond is so refreshing for myself, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy.
This was a great experience, and I feel like a whole adult, even though I'm not very much involved in the process. I don't even know we're supposed to do it like that.
I want to give Orlando shout-outs. for being an alpha male. I really, Orlando is soft. You were a delight to work with. Orlando, I swear to God, oh my God, Mike knows you guys by name so much. My therapist, like everyone, my Al-Anon. I'm like, these guys. I'm like, just a delight and a pleasure. Like, no, you guys, it was like but it's a mutually wonderful experience. Like, I had such a wonderful experience. And I'm growing. You know, you guys, I'm little. I'm a no one. I'm literally like a dysfunctional mom in the suburbs. Like, you are, who am I to be able to create for you something so beautiful? Like,
meant to be.
It's a wonderful experience. And I really hope also a message if like we're making a message of today. Also, just like, no matter what the business is, we should go local and small, and we should try to go more into ourselves and into
our communities.
Like LA is in crisis. Okay, like not to be dramatic, but I do go downtown and I work really. I am a little spiritually unhinged internally because I don't like to make waves. With people, you know, like not knowing that LA is hurting so bad. We're talking about a lot of like, and I'm Jewish. Obviously, I care so much about Israel, but it's not this business. It's not here, you know, with America. I'm like, I want to talk about LA. It's not even California. It's like you literally can go so local. And LA needs help.
Yeah.
And downtown is it's like a real, like everyone should go. I think everyone should go downtown and spend time and help and get involved. And downtown it's rough. Like I really, it's an experience.
Would you like to take a breath for that?
Sure. Do me Lamone.
Are we praying for downtown?
No, just taking a breath.
That feels nice.
So one thing we've been doing on the show is asking our guests to dedicate some love to someone of anyone of your choice. So is there anyone you would like to take this time and dedicate some love to and just say any words you like?
Yeah. Okay. So be dramatic. Well, no, I love my children so much, but I'm gonna give a shout out to my husband. He's sober. He's sober, and I really appreciate our family. We're having a good vibe right now, a wave, and I hope some changes for the coming year. And I like for all of us. I think the vibe was lower recently. I'm hoping, like, literally regardless of outside circumstances, we should all go inward right now, ground ourselves, get serious about being independent. You know, no matter what's going on, we got to hold it down. We have to. And for our family, though, we had some ups and downs, but I am proud of my husband. I hope he stays. This happiness, you know, there's a certain way of doing things. And I just pray every day. I stopped asking God. I used to be so obsessed, you know, with the way I wanted things and stuff. And now I literally just say, God, please let it be good. You know, like literally whatever your will is, I want to go with the flow. I want to go with the flow. I just want to work. I want my children to be happy. I want children of the world to be happy. I just want people to be happy. And I'm appreciative. My business is growing, and I'm in a tremendous amount of gratitude, like sincerely. And I mean, look I'm here today with you guys. So
I love you. I love this. This has been a pleasure.
This is not my normal Friday. And then after this, we just had, like, I was telling Mila, I'm so fried, though. Like, we just had all our Jewish holidays, and now it's Halloween. So I'm literally leaving you fabulous spirits. Yeah. And then I'm, like, hightailing it to then go deal with a bunch of children for hours, screaming and involving candy.
That's why you have to go with the flow.
But, you gotta suit up for your kids. I really, if you're going to have children,
you have
not everyone needs to have kids.
No.
We should all remember that also.
It's not required.
It's not required.
Wait, Desiree, tell everybody where they can find you. If they're looking for a ring, if they can, like, what's your website?
Oh, okay. I am Diamonds by Desiree. So my Instagram is Diamonds by Desiree, and then my website, diamondsbydesiree.com. And my email, you can hit me up. But my Instagram is great because that's like my live feed of like all my custom projects and deliveries and stuff. My website is more product based, so that's not custom. Okay. That's like all the services that I can offer downtown and stuff. But I'm really, the custom scene is where it's at, like for me.
Well, I'm going to put all your information in the description of this episode. So if you are looking for an engagement ring, go to my girl Desiree, especially if you're in LA.
Yay!
And you know where to find us, right?
Love find us. Love Like This. Hoochie Mom and Dad on Instagram. And come fuck with us. Come watch us. Listen to us. And we love y'all.
Bye.
I never knew there was a la like this.